All right. Hey, everybody. This is MrHardcoreMode, where nothing's easy. Welcome to another hard rant on my channel. We are about to discuss a few things on certain companies that actually focus on, let's just say, inclusivity and social, consultation companies, basically. We also got another company called ESG. We have Sweet Baby right here on the screen, but we also have another company called ESG that is actually prioritizing businesses and helping out investors and basically, putting money into pockets of game developers, but they have to do like social norms, that sort of thing. And yeah, it could be pretty corrosive depending on who you are. The reason why I bring this up is because Sweet Baby, a company that is a consultation company that works on, team building and that sort of thing, their focus is to go into certain big developers and small developers, and they want to they don't focus too much on gameplay. They focus mostly on the story and the messaging of games. And let's just say, I don't know why they even exist, to be honest. Because the last time I remembered, when you're an artist and you make your own thing, you can take constructive criticism, but the last thing you want to do is either pay or get paid by a company to tell you what you should do in your own game. We're going to talk about Sweet Baby here in just a second. Let me bring them up here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, Sweet Baby Inc. is an inclusion. This is their website, by the way, their official website. Sweet Baby Inc. is an inclusion-focused narrative and consultation company. We're building a team and a process in hopes of building a kinder, more sustainable industry at every scale. Whether you need a fresh pair of eyes or a guiding hand, we're here to work with you. Guiding hand. That kind of gave me a raise an eyebrow. You could kind of hear the words that they kind of say in here. That kind of, it sounds nice on one hand, but on the other hand, it's like, guiding hand. I mean, you could help me out. I mean, you can give me some criticism, but what do you mean? I want to do my game this sort of way. But let's keep on going. We begin with our, this is our approach. We begin with all hands review and discuss of the project material. Everyone at Sweet Baby sees your project and shares their thoughts, feelings, and ideas. Notice that they don't explain anything towards your ideas if you were a game developer or any sort of artist of that kind, but they mostly focus on game development. Anyway, we do this because it kicks the project off with a multitude of perspectives, beginning a conversation that ensures the work is richer and more resonant before it's even put to paper. We then create incomplete narrative deliverables by keeping the player in mind, with a focus on user experience and emotional design. Emotional design, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, I have an idea of what you're talking about, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Also, with the player experience, I'm pretty sure these people have played video games. Player experience is a funny word. We focus on the player's experience. I firmly believe people that enjoy their video games before Sweet Baby came out knew exactly what they were getting. You love Borderlands? Awesome. I'm happy for you. You don't like Call of Duty? That's fine. There's other games out there for you. You love Assassin's Creed? That's great. I'm glad you found that. You don't like Dragon Age? It's not your type of game? That's fine. This is how we figure out whether or not we like games. Not through somebody else's hand. I don't understand why they can't figure that out. They got this whole sort of new normal thing where we have to pick and choose how developers put their narrative, and I just really don't like that. This is America, and I firmly believe that if you want to do something your way, as long as you're not hurting anybody, by all means, put that in your game. It might not might be my thing. It might not be my thing, but I'm not going to tell you what to do on your game. We aim to consult with honesty, transparency, and a conversational approach to help with the best direction for your project. Now, of course, they have worked on a multitude of games. Some of these games are quite good, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually surprised that they've dug into Alan Wake. They've done it to indie devs, Compulsion. Look at the projects that they've worked on. Let's see right here. They have worked on Insomniac, Suicide Squad. How's that working out for you, by the way? Sable. Sable's a great game. And Battle Shapers, that's a good game. God of War Ragnarok, people love God of War Ragnarok. But there are some things that kind of, like I said, they focus on narrative, not gameplay. This is why God of War is a really, really good game. Story, yes. And I would like to say that Santa Monica held their ground for a good majority. But there are some things kind of about the whole God of War Ragnarok thing that was kind of weird. One being that there's a black character in the Norse mythology mythos, which doesn't make any sense. Listen, I love being black. Awesome. But let white people have white things. How about that? I'm just saying, man. It's fine. Have the whole cast be white. Alan Wake 2, for example, from Remedy. They had a white character play as Saga, as the protagonist, and I was like, okay, cool, Remedy. I mean, play your game. And then they changed it up. They said, hey, we're gonna have her be white, and they were like, Sweet Baby was like, how about a black lady? And I was just like, why would you do that? The actress is a great person. By the way, I want to say this firmly. The actors and actresses and the people that voice these characters and that sort of thing, this is not their fault. They're either one, putting food on the table, or two, they want to get out there. If you have an opportunity to get out there, make it. That's fine. You want to be a Little Mermaid and you're black, that's fine. I think it's kind of outrageous that Disney would do that and put her as a target out there. But I'm glad that she's putting her footing as an actress. I mean, shoot your shot, hun. Shoot your shot. I just find it really egregious that people would be like, hey, we got a little too many white people, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. When I hear that, it's really weird. When anybody says that or puts that in any sort of game, it's like, okay, how about a black Deadshot? And I'm just like, you don't have to do that. I mean, Will Smith was great. I mean, you don't have to do that. It's fine. South of Midnight from Compulsion, that's great. I think it's going to be an amazing story. It's probably focused more on the bayou and that sort of thing. It might be a great story. But these are the companies that they have been focusing on. And it's actually a lot of companies. We got Xbox Game Studios for one. Electronic Arts, Valve, True Love, Santa Monica. So many big ones. Square Enix, Ubisoft, 2K. Yeah, probably 2K. I could definitely tell it's with Ubisoft. Woke Steady. We also got Deck 9. That makes sense with Life is Strange. Compulsion Games. Remedy. We got Raw Fury. I love Raw Fury. People Can Fly. That's the one people that made that one game that crashed and burned. But yeah, Wizard of the Coast. A lot. Like Magic. They're everywhere. But we need to address the fact that who they are. Now, from the outside, it does seem like they might be helping out some people. But in truth, the co-founders of this team are actually pretty corrosive. They once had a job working somewhere else as a PR, and all they wanted to do was just cancel and list people. even what they're doing right now. They must have gotten fired and came and did Sweet Baby with a couple of other people, and they just said, you know what, how about we just start cancel culturing and blacklisting people off. Hey, we're gonna put some black gay people in here. We wanna represent women over here, and if you don't like it, you're a Nazi and you're racist. And I'm just like, why would you say something so corrosive like that? It doesn't make any sense. It honestly, it makes sense, but I don't know why you would waste your time on that. 'Cause I'm a firm believer in if you make something, let it be your own. Consulting, my ass. I do not want to consult other artists. I will be like, hey, I recommend that you guys, I don't know, have jiggle physics. He's like, not, can't do that, Sweet Baby. You gotta shorten them breasts, and her face is kind of pretty, that sort of thing. These are the kind of things that they kind of go for. For example, in Spider-Man 2, for example, they had a deaf girl. You played as a deaf girl in Spider-Man. I thought you were web swinging in that game. Also, MJ. You want to play as MJ the third or fourth time? That's cool. Awesome. I thought you were Spider-Man. You see where I'm going with this? Square Enix. Square Enix is quickly letting go of this. They're also with ESG, but they are literally kicking out ESG and Sweet Baby. Because in Japan, or any countries outside of the West, are like, listen, I don't want your money, and I don't need it. This is how we do things over here. You keep the Western stuff over there. Stop trying to colonize stuff. We also have Rocksteady, like I told you before. And yeah, these are the companies that they have so far. Now, the reason why I want to bring up these companies is because, like I said before, if you have your own project, I want it to be your project. That's all I'm saying. I don't want anybody else coming up. It's okay to have constructive criticism with certain art styles and that sort of thing. Like Monkey Island. Some people didn't like the art style of Monkey Island 3, I believe. But people opened up to it and they were like, oh, okay, it's fine. That's the little constructive criticism that I'm talking about. Not, hey, listen, we're going to need 2 gay chicks in here and let the whole story be about that or something like that. These sort of things. Now, I really wish that they would focus on that, but it doesn't seem like that's their primary goal. I think their primary goal is to gatekeep. I think their primary goal is to change the norm. And the norm is to do whatever the fuck you want with the game that you want to build. The story that you want to tell. I don't want to go up and tell you what to do. What you have might be trash. What you have might be amazing. That's the sort of thing. Because I don't want your art, if you're a game developer and you're listening to this, I don't want your art to be oh, it's Sweet Baby's thing. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to be like, hey man, who did this story? Oh yeah, Jack in the back. He did the story. Man, this is an awesome story, man. A little bit crazy with the climax, but it was great. I don't want to come back to this site. You know what I mean? And also with ESG. ESG is another one. ESG is an environmental, social, and governance based investment. So basically, this is who they are. Sorry, I'm bringing some stuff out. All right. Basically, is a cornerstone of defining good quality, low risk businesses, such as businesses are expected to create long-term wealth for investors by compounding their profits. Basically, their whole job is to, I'm going to give it to you short with ESG. ESG is there to give companies money so they can get you to be on their list. That's it. It's a lot of putting tape over people's mouths. Hey man, I'm going to give you trillions of dollars, and this is what they did for Square Enix. I'm going to give you trillions of dollars if you can, and if you could, and you'll be on the list. You'll be one of us. If you could, just, do things, sort of our way a little bit. They wouldn't say it this way. They're really good at talking. They are really good at talking. They know exactly how they talk. And this is what they work on. And they just want to, change how you want to do things with your own work. And I just don't like that. And what Square Enix did at the end, they said, hey, you can have your money back. Slowly and surely, their money is going right back. They're like, hey, man, fuck you. Tifa's tits are here to stay. And they can't do anything about FromSoft because, you know what I mean? They can't touch FromSoft for a couple of reasons. Anyway, guys, that's my video for Hard Rant. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.